Hello world, it is Monday, December 5th, 2022, and looking out the window at Defiance. It's a beautiful sunny day, but it was cold this morning, 24 degrees at the start of my run, but I think it's going to be in the upper 40s and not as cold this evening, but a beautiful sunny day. The devotion for today is entitled Really Ready by Kenneth L. Samuel. Kenneth bases the devotion upon Malachi chapter 3, excerpts from verses 1 through 2, New Living Translation. The messenger of the covenant, whom you look for so eagerly, is surely coming, says the Lord of heaven's armies. But who will be able to endure it when he comes? For he will be like a blazing fire that refines metal, or like a strong soap that bleaches clothes. And then Kenneth writes, have you ever been ready for something until you got it, and then found out you're not really ready for it at all? Sometimes what we think we really want comes with changes we didn't expect and are not prepared for. Everyone who thinks they're ready for a pet may not be prepared to take care of one. The walks, the food, the medical care, the pet sitting when you're away, all these things and more come along with the advent of pets. Relationships, too, are much more than sentimental feelings. The constant communication compromises require much more than sensual romantic episodes. And many of the professional promotions we are so eager to attain place an increased demands on our time and concentration. With all our eager expectations, it behooves us to pause and consider what will be required of us when those expectations arrive. When our heart's desire is delivered, how will it change our hearts? Advent is the time of joyous anticipation for the coming of the Messiah. But are we really ready? Are we really ready to be purged from the dross of elaborate but empty religiosity? Are we really ready for a deep dive of the Spirit into our personal contradictions? Are we really ready to be bleached and scoured into a newness of life? Much more than a glorious expectation, Advent requires real preparation. And Kenneth's prayer. Fix me for my starry crown. Fix me, Jesus, fix me. Fix me for a higher ground. Fix me, Jesus, fix me. Amen. Well, this devotion reminded me of a saying I remember hearing, careful what you ask for, because I think that's true. Sometimes we want to follow Christ, we think, and but without really realizing what it means to do that, to live the love of God in our everyday life. And that means caring for people for sure, but it also means confronting injustices in the world and trying to make a difference, trying to change things, trying to be a difference in the world. And that's not easy. And I like the illusion of getting a pet. It can seem like a really fun thing to do until the reality sets in when you have one, and all the work that is required in caring for them and medical care and cleaning up after them and feeding them and the attention that they demand. So that's really, I think, part of what Advent should be for, is reassessing our faith, where we are, living in anticipation of the second coming of Christ, but looking at what is it that we can do in this world, here and now, with the gifts that God has given us. What can we do? A lot to think about there. And I'm sure there's more in that devotion. Everyone has a different impression, and the Spirit moves differently in everyone. But I hope you have a good day, and I hope I've given you some things to think about.